Hello, Greenway families. We are so excited about another school year together, and we have with us today Sheriff Phil Wimpy and Chief Brian Haag for some exciting safety announcements.
Philip, I believe that most of our community knows, but just want to remind them that we've had a long-standing partnership together at Meade County High School with a school resource officer, and yourself, you were a school resource officer.
I was.
And I know how passionate you are about the seat and the influence that the school resource officer has. But what I want to talk about today is we have some exciting news about a second school resource officer.
I'm excited.
That we have signed on our Board of Education with the Sheriff's Department. Why don't you tell us about that second school resource officer and how it's going to serve our community?
Well, I will tell you, now that we're getting a second school resource officer, we're going to have this officer stationed at another school, and this gives us more time to focus on the high school, the SRO that's at the high school. I believe, with our partnership, it's always, as long as I'm sheriff, it's always going to be a great partnership with us. I love being SRO. It makes a difference in kids' lives. When you see something, say something. And once you build that rapport and respect with the kids, they'll report back. And, I don't want the kids to only feel safe. I want them to be safe. And that's important to me.
Yeah, we haven't really had coverage at our elementary schools. And with this partnership, we're going to have coverage at Flaherty Elementary and Primary. We're going to have coverage with the same SRO at Ekron Elementary and Painville Elementary during the week. So, we're really hitting the whole county.
We are hitting the whole county, and we need that in our county. Like I said, the parents need to realize, we are keeping our kids safe. You're part of the school community as a school resource officer. Those are your kids, just like these are your kids. And that's important to me.
Chief Haag, in 2023, the City Council and the Meade County Board of Education developed a new partnership to have a school resource officer that is with the city, housed here at Stewart Pepper Middle School. And we have an exciting announcement today that we're going to a second school resource officer here on our Brandenburg campus. So we're so grateful for that partnership. Why don't you tell us a little bit about what that's going to look like here in Brandenburg for the second school resource officer?
One thing it's going to do is it's going to allow that officer to stay stationary here at Stewart Pepper Middle School. Mm-hmm. And then our second officer will bounce back and forth between Barry Hahn and David T. Wilson. And then if needed at any of the other schools within the district, we'll have that option of that officer being able to respond to those locations as necessary.
Yeah, so if I'm a parent and I'm dropping my son or daughter off this school year, some point this school year, early this semester, it's going to be just a daily occurrence. So I'm going to see a school resource officer at Dave T. Wilson, Barry Hahn, and that is a partner and a teammate of ours in our school district.
That's correct, and we couldn't do this without the school district being able to help us in that funding to be able to provide that for our communities.
I think there's a lot of value to having school resource officers in our district. What do you think are some of the biggest impacts they can have with our students?
One of them is building that relationship between our students, our teachers, our administrators, and having resources available that may not be available without that school resource officer.
Thank you, Sheriff Wimpy and Chief Haag, for collaborating with Meade County Schools to expand our school resource officer fleet to now 4 school resource officers. We know that when safety leads, success follows. And we look forward to seeing our Greenways Wednesday morning and serving this community. Go Big Green.